Greetings to all of the wonderful people from the future who are tuning in for another episode of Casual Hardcore Minecraft, the only casual hardcore Minecraft series on YouTube at the time, for the time being. You know, I think I came across some people trying to do similar things, but not quite the same. I do believe that I have a unique appeal. I'm the only one that calls it casual hardcore, right? I'm pretty sure you won't find anything else by this same kind of, that uses that same kind of marketing, that markets itself as casual hardcore. All right, so today's episode. What am I doing today? I just recorded the previous one. I'm literally like the previous video just got done processing and I just released it. I couldn't even find a good thumbnail for it. I kind of want to get a better thumbnail for the previous video in this video because I don't have a good thumbnail at all for the previous one. It's going to get like no views. It's already not getting any views because I'm kind of overwhelming the algorithm by releasing these so frequently. I'm making way too many videos way too fast. That's what I'm doing. But the reason I'm doing that is because I'm kind of desperate to get to a certain milestone in the game. I want to get my starter house built as soon as possible. It's already getting dark. I'll just sleep right here under this tree, where it's not raining, where I'm not going to get rained on while I sleep. But yeah, the reason I'm kind of churning these out, just churning out slob content right now, is I really, really want to get a little bit further than I got in my last playthrough, just to demonstrate to myself and to you guys that that I'm actually capable of that I'm actually capable of building something, having something, spending enough time in a hardcore mode world that I actually get something built, get something accomplished in my Minecraft life. All right, I think I'm right at minus 64 right here. So this fence post actually designates the lee line, a lee line between the north and the south. Very important lee line. That's north up there, that's the south over here. In terms of maps, like this is where the map goes through. The maps separate over here, right where that fence post is. Yeah, I've been very indecisive. I've been changing my mind about things, and that's because I'm rushing these. That's also because I'm rushing these because when you're trying to make the stuff this rapidly, trying to do this so fast, what you end up changing your mind a lot about things in real time. While you're right as you're playing the game, and that makes the content itself less enjoyable, I guess, because it's probably not very appealing to see a guy just constantly change his mind about everything. But at the same time, I want to get to day 100. I want to get to where I have my house built. So I am in a bit of a rush against my own rules. But also, for the next 3 days, I don't expect to have a chance to play this game very much over the next 3 days. So I kind of want to release a bunch of videos today because I'm going to be working a lot of overtime over the next 3 days. And I don't expect to have any time to play this game until Friday. I get this. I have a lot of time today because I'm off today. I requested yesterday and today off for the eclipse, and then to sort of just recover from the trip. And instead of recovering, I'm just using all of my free time to make Minecraft videos. is what's going on. But all right, I'm going to make some more stone over here. Yeah, I decided to move this chest over here. I think I'm gonna like it better over here. I'll just make a row of cobble up there. make a row of dirt down here, maybe several rows. No, probably one row for now. Now let's do 2 rows. I don't know. I'll probably make more than 1 row. Probably. And I'll hold on to everything else for now. Oh yeah, the stone. I don't need the stone in my inventory for now. I changed my mind about the fence post on the cornerstones. I decided, you know, I went back and forth. I was thinking about it in real time, making you watch me think. Just terrible content. I do try to avoid that. I am going to try to avoid that. You know, once I get my starter house built, I'm going to take it much slower. All right, I'll get back to actually enforcing my rules, my own rules for myself that I made for myself, of trying to not go any faster than trying to take it slow, trying to not go any faster than 1 episode every other day. I am going to actually try to do that. So, but until then, you know, until then, I'm going to be kind of rushing it. I want to make it to day 100. After that, you know, I want to get my, at least I want to at least get the starter house built. Maybe I'll get that done within like 2 or 3 more episodes. Maybe it won't be that long until I actually have the starter house built, and then I'll feel like I can sort of relax. I get kind of a binge of video game addiction when I'm trying to get to a certain milestone. And that's all it is. Like, it's not really, I don't really consider it addiction, because it's not like it doesn't last. It basically, I'm in a rush to get to a certain spot. I'm actually rushing to get to a good stopping point, is what's going on. And that may be a large component of video game addiction in general for people. For me, I mean, I get onto these binges. I've done this with other games. I've had this. This is definitely something that just happened. That does tend to happen to me regularly with other games, where it's like I'll get the impression that I really need to get to a certain spot in the game, and I'll just devote all of my free time to it until I get to that spot. And sometimes that takes me a very long time. Weeks or months might pass until I actually manage to get to it. And I might never get to it. I might, to my great disappointment, eventually concede that actually my expectation was unrealistic to begin with. And it's not like I can't really achieve what I wanted to achieve in the first place. I really hope that doesn't happen with this. That's also part of the reason why I'm rushing through this, because I really want to confirm for myself that my idea is legitimate, that I have a good idea, right? That this isn't all for nothing, right? I wanted to get a good thumbnail for the last video, and I think a good thumbnail for that is actually going to be around this shipwreck. I just want to get a better close-up of this shipwreck, because the last video, I decided I'm going to title it "The Day After the Apocalypse," and I think if it's going to be like, I need a shot of this shipwreck for it to feel like kind of apocalyptic, like that. Yeah, that's a good picture right there. F12? Yeah, I think F12 is my hotkey for pictures, for screenshots in this game. All right, so what am I doing in this one? In this one, I'm going to. I looked at this. I was looking at this. This I can just clear out this little chunk of dirt right here. Because it's just like a little bit of a wedge cave right there. I could clear out this chunk of dirt and all the way out to here. And that'll give me some additional space. And I'll clear out a little bit more dirt around the edge over here as well, just to get some more space, all right, for the farm. And then over here, I'm gonna dig this up to the ledge right here, and be mindful of the ley line over here. That's the plan. 4, 5, yeah, that's gonna be 5 layers up here. So that's actually the 6th layer from the ground. So It's going to be a slightly bigger than standard first floor. I typically like to make my floors 5 blocks high, just to be standardized, just as a rule of thumb. But you know, that's not a, I'm not too picky about that. I could compromise a little bit if the terrain demands it. I basically, generally speaking, I kind of cater to the terrain. I build into the terrain. I like to make my builds look nice with respect to the terrain. I'm pretty sure I have more saplings in here, right? Because I've been hoarding my saplings, my wonderful saplings. Oh, do I want to replant birch? I don't. I am going to use up this birch fence, but for the time being, I mostly want, I'll just use up the planks real quick, I'll just make sticks out of them. I do want alright, I'm going to take 5 with me just to do, I did change my mind about the cornerstones, the fence on top of the cornerstones. I do want birch fences on top of cornerstones. I do think that's actually going to be worth it. And I know I was very indecisive about this last episode, and I'm kind of still just changing my mind back again. Yeah, I do that, all right, very guilty of that, but I think it's worth it. That's my personal philosophy. I'm gonna follow my personal philosophy on how to do this. What do I think? My philosophy with Minecraft is that you should always strive to do whatever you feel like doing in Minecraft, and if that means being extremely indecisive, be extremely indecisive. I think it's worthwhile. The indecisiveness is worthwhile because you will end up, the end result, you're going to be happier with the end result. Don't just accept whatever comes along that you don't like. With Minecraft, like Minecraft is a sandbox game. It's meant to be, you're meant to just to fulfill your impulses, to fulfill your wishes with this game. Do what you feel like doing with it, and that's going to be something different for everybody. What generally happens, what people tend to do is they tend to kind of pander to trends instead of doing what they actually want themselves. People end up pandering to trends instead, and I don't think that's actually all that great. I don't think it looks sensational. It looks appealing, but I don't think it's actually as relatable as just in the long run. If you're patient, it's good for impatience. It actually that kind of tactic of just appealing to trends and just sensationalizing things, that appeals to that kind of exacerbates people's impatience and appeals to people's impatience. But the patient people, patience does pay off in the long run. Well, presumably, assuming that I actually manage to continue through this playthrough. If I end up dying in the next episode, then I'm sorry that I really would have to apologize for wasting your time again. I do feel like that does make it a bit of a waste of time. Having to watching through a hardcore series only for it to end prematurely, that does feel like kind of a waste of time, and I would feel bad for my viewers if that is what's going to happen. So it does put a lot of pressure on me to survive, because I do hate it that happens. And that already happened 3 times so far. This is my 4th attempt, so I have a very bad track record so far of that happening, and I feel bad about that. All right, I put a lot of pressure on myself to avoid that this time around. And I really hope that I do succeed in avoiding that this time around. All right, I was going to change the fence posts on the cornerstones real quick, and then I'm going to shovel some dirt. So yeah, I'm kind of overloading the algorithm, overwhelming the algorithm with how rapidly I'm making my content. I'm churning out slop content over here, overloading the algorithm. But I'm doing this for a good reason. All right, this is all for the sake of making the world a better place. It's for a good cause. I'm just rushing to do it faster because I want to prove to myself that this is a good idea, that this is working out, that I'm on the right track. And that's why I'm kind of rushing this. So that's a beautiful sight. Once I get my house built, my starter house built, my beautiful starter house built, I will slow things down. Then I'm gonna feel like it's okay to slow things down. But for the time being, I need like 8 stacks of stone. I also changed my mind about the stone. I don't want to convert the stone into blocks. I just want to use pure stone, even though that means that I might have to resmelt it a few times. That's okay. I decided that's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna go along with that. It's gonna be all right. Let's make some more shovels and let's shovel some dirt. Do I want to go ahead and chop this tree down just to have more? Because I'm not gonna need more wood. I'm sure I'm gonna need more wood. I'm gonna need more wood for freaking charcoal. Although, I mean, that's already 2. I might, yeah, I'll need like 1 more stack of wood. I'll need 1 more stack of wood. I'll go ahead and freaking chop this tree down. You can never have enough wood in this game. And chopping trees is a relaxing experience. You can never go wrong with chopping trees down. It's excellent content. Nice, relaxing tree chopping content, right? This is making the world a better place. By chopping trees down in Minecraft, that's how you do it. It doesn't take that long, okay? That didn't take that long. It's all right. All right. I'll just drop these off over here for now. Okay. I want to light up the underside of this little, what was that? Did I see a creeper? Or was that just the bamboo, I guess. I thought I saw a creeper drop down over there. All right, let's go in here and light this cave up a little bit, just a little bit. Just to feel a little safer, to not be worried about things crawling up at me from underground, as they tend to do, as the minions tend to do. They just want to crawl up on you from the ground. Being very scary minions. Yeah, that's fine. Let's put that torch right here. Even underground, where I put so much effort into my torch placement and stuff. Like, I care so much about where I want things placed. But the aesthetic, I don't like that there very much. And I can't even describe it. That's the thing. I don't understand my aesthetic trends. Like, what determines what looks good to me and what doesn't. I can't even tell myself. I can't even verbalize those aesthetic rules that I follow. I don't know, guys. I'm just winging it I'm just going along with the flow. Just winging it as I go. All right. So over here. I don't think there's anything above me. There's no caves up here, are there? From which things can crawl out and drop down on me. Right as I'm peacefully digging dirt. There's no caves up here that I need to be aware of. I don't see any caves. I don't see any caves up here. I think I'm safe. I think I'm gonna be safe. Let's put a couple fence posts up here. I think I'm safe. I think I'm safe to dig that dirt. At worst, I'll sprint. If I hear a hissing sound, I'll just sprint in any direction. That's what you should do. That should be your immediate reaction. If you're out in the overworld, on the surface, you should just sprint outwards in any direction. If you hear a hiss, That's the best thing you can do, because don't rely on yourself to look around and find the creeper and put up your shield. That's why, like, there's no point in even having the shield equipped unless you're chopping a tree down. If you're chopping a tree down, you might be surrounded by canopy. Yeah, I understand that. You're very vulnerable when chopping trees down and you're surrounded by canopy because you can't sprint away. Yeah, in that moment, you should probably have your shield equipped to avoid a creeper potentially sneaking up on you from behind while you're chopping a tree and you don't have an escape route. Then the best thing you got is your shield, and you can quickly turn around and put your shield up, and you'll have your axe equipped, so it should be no problem to press the right mouse button and save yourself from the blast. Hopefully you'll have a split second to do that, and you'll be fine. That looks good, right? That doesn't. I don't need to. I'm not. I don't want to. I'm not going to change my mind back, right? That looks good. This looks good. I'm asking myself. It's more important to me that I'm okay. I know that nobody really cares. I know that, you know, to other people, you guys probably think that I'm crazy for being so indecisive, for being so freaking meticulous about how I want things to look. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. That's fine. That's all right. I'm willing to accept that allegation, that assessment. That's all right. I might be somewhat crazy because I am extremely meticulous, but possibly somewhat OCD, some might say. But I don't believe in psychology. All right, it's just a personality trait. It's out of insecurity. It's what it is. I feel like I have to be extremely, so painstakingly it's automation. It's your brain just automating itself. I think that's how OCD works. Your brain is just trying to automate, basically to automate as much as possible, to save on brain power. Just it's a stress response. I think it's your brain trying to automate as much as it can as a stress response, and that's what's going on. Why am I doing this? I don't need to dig down here. Because, or do I? You know, well, this is kind of, yeah. I'm not sure. I'll just put the. I'll hold off on that. I'm not sure what I'm doing with that side of it. With that side of this mountain, of this mound, I'm not sure what I'm doing. Past this, I'll sort of use this fence post. It's kind of a marker, as a benchmark, a marker for how far I'm going to need to dig. All right. Well, I guess it would be nice to have some stairs going down into that little pit down there. I guess that would be nice. And I should replant this tree and sleep. We're already on day 27. I have 2 more days to go until I have to call it the end of the episode again. Look at this beautiful blue flower. We've got Ukrainian colors going on over here. Ukrainian flowers. They must be. Yeah, I'm okay with this for now. With the birch fence posts, just for the cornerstones. And yeah, we'll see. I'm not sure yet about using birch fence posts for the actual starter house. Maybe I will, just for you know, because just to use up the birch fence post. I'm not sure. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I will. Maybe not. Maybe they do look kind of out of place because everything else is oak. But then again, like the cornerstones, I mean, it's not bad for them to sort of stand out a little bit, right? See, this is one of those things that I should really take the time in between episodes to think about that, so that I'm not making you watch me think, right? That's not good content. So I should be mindful of that and just try to avoid that. I'm going to try to avoid that, guys. I'm going to try. All right. This is me trying my darnest to try to avoid wasting your time. I do care about your time. I do care about my viewers' time. All right. I am going to be mindful about your time, or at least do my best. I'm going to do my best to be mindful of your time. I'll have some stairs going down here into this little pit for the time being. Eventually, I'll probably just fill it up with dirt, because this is a pretty shallow little lake. It's completely unnecessary. So, you know, maybe I'm gonna undo this in the future. I'm gonna undo this little staircase here that I'm building. Maybe. But I just felt like doing this for now. All right, I felt like it, because I'm probably going to be going back down here just to collect all of that. That's why I did this. That's why you know it all makes sense to me now. All right, there's a good reason for the madness. I did this for good reason, because I have anticipated having to come down here many times, and that's why I did this. It makes sense. Okay, it makes sense. It's all right. Okay, now I need to shovel all of this down to make extra room. Do I even need the extra room? Because like once I shovel this away, maybe that's actually all of the room I do. I need to shovel this away, because it's going to look better that way. It's going to look better that way. It's worth it. It's going to be worth it. So this is as far as I decided to go, right? And I was going to add a whole bunch of dirt, put a whole bunch of dirt down up to that layer. Right, just going to do this. So actually that first floor might actually be 7 blocks tall. I think this is actually 7 blocks. Let's see, 1, 2, it's going to extend out at least beyond this corner. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then it's going to be like 15, 16, and 17. I think it's going to be, or 15. Do I just want to make it 15? No, I wanted to go a little further out. 15, 16, 17. Then it's still not. Yeah, 17. Let's say 17. It's going to go out to 17. It's right around here. So that's where, just to demarcate it, just to mark it off, this is going to be like right here. In this corner, it's going to be how far my house goes out to. 17 by 7, is that going to be big enough? Is that too big? I don't think that's too big. I think that'll be all right. Or do I want to, maybe I'll end up carving this side of the hill off as well. I'll probably end up doing that. Putting up some kind of maybe a wooden barrier or something like that. Let's just fill this in preemptively, because this is how I'm going to have an entrance to the house from this level. From up here, there's going to be an entrance to this house over here somewhere. Yeah, it's definitely going to take me several freaking episodes to get this build done. I know it. I am well aware. I should just leave this bed, well, no, I should carry my bed around, just in case I need to sleep at night. You know, when I'm not around the bed, you should always keep a bed on hand, just in case that will happen. Just in case. You should be prepared, just in case. I'm going to need more shovels. Yeah, I don't really need this many axes right now. do need shovels though. So I'm shoveling away so much land. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about anything intellectual today. I just wanna get this build done. And while I'm building, like, it's hard to talk to really focus on any kind of intellectual content while you're building too. There's also that factor. And well, shoveling dirt. I mean, shoveling dirt is pretty easy. I guess I can talk about things while I'm shoveling the dirt. Shooting the dirt over here. Just shooting the dirt. Let's put a fence post up here. And the way I like to do these flowers, if you watched episode 4, in which I rambled about personal things, I overshared information about my personal life in episode 4. I said way too much, way more than I expected to say. If you watch that episode, you'll know that what I like to do with my flowers is plant them right underneath where they originally grew, and that way they still look kind of natural, and that way it feels like it gives them a feeling of being natural. Because that way I know that I didn't decide on the placement, right? Like this one I'm just going to replant right here. That way I didn't make that decision. Right, so that makes it feel more natural to me. I have very silly rules for how I play this game, don't I? And let's see, and on this side, I'm going to carve down all of this dirt down to this level. So all of this dirt from both sides, I'm going to carve away. I'm just going to go ahead and make a line, carving away the dirt. And the time is just going by way too fast. I might make episode 7 today also, because I really want to get this house done. Once I get this house built, I'll be able to relax. Once I get this house built, and it's going to be very satisfying, and I'm going to thoroughly enjoy working. I'm going to have a better time at work. I'm going to enjoy my work experience having this house built. If I know that I made it to where I have the house built, that will enable me to feel better at work. So it's totally worth it, all right? It's totally worth it. I'm going to keep doing this until I get more done, until I get my mission accomplished. I'm going to keep doing this, and please bear with me, guys. Please bear with me. It's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it in the end. The end result, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. All right, you're gonna. I know it's might be a bit of a hard sell after my failed attempts. After I made so many failed attempts, it might be a bit of a hard sell that this is all going to be worth it for you guys in the end. But I'm trying really hard. All right, you gotta give me at least a little bit of credit for trying really hard. And I did decide that I do want to record everything, because I think it's going to be, in the long run, I think it's going to be enjoyable for some people to. Some people are going to want to see everything, and they would want to see the entire process of how I got to where I'm going to be in the future when it gets really good. Once I have things built, I think some people are going to would really like to watch the entire process, and they're going to. And people from the future, this is who I cater to. People who are going to be watching this in the future. It's not going to be anytime soon. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get 0 views on this for weeks, if not months. I'm going to get hardly any views on this because I've overwhelmed the algorithm. It's not even because this is so uninteresting. It's because it's not because the algorithm has not been generous towards me. The algorithm has been extremely generous towards me. All right, I'm going to make another episode eventually, kind of debunking my original claims from one of the episodes that I recorded a video originally in my first run, during the first run that I did, my original series, in which I made it to episode 19 before getting blown up by creeper rain. In that original series, I made the claim that the algorithm, I said some mean things about the algorithm. I disrespected the algorithm, and a lot of that stuff I kind of want to take back, because at that time I didn't even realize that I didn't utilize all of the analytics tools that it gives you. I didn't even know that there was such a thing as impressions. All right, I did not. The only thing I was looking at was the views, the view counts. So it didn't occur to me that the reason that some of the videos weren't getting many views was because, well, the algorithm has actually been trying, it has been very generous, trying to promote my videos, and it's just that people weren't clicking on them. Some of those videos didn't get many views because people just weren't clicking on them because I didn't make, the thumbnails weren't very good, the titles were not very catchy, so people just weren't really, it didn't catch people's attention enough. It didn't catch people's curiosity enough to click on them to begin with. So it wasn't the algorithm's fault. It was my own damn fault. I gotta be. You have to at least try a little bit to make a decent, somewhat decent, a half decent freaking thumbnail. It is worth it. Even if you're not, like, I don't edit my thumbnails. I edit them down. I crop them and I brighten them and and I crop them to what's the 16 by 9 by 16 size, and I try to make things big on it so it's so that because the thumbnails where like things are far away, those tend to not be good thumbnails. Or just distant terrain that doesn't work. People want to see like something large, something like a chicken, like a giant chicken, or like a big animal. Animals work really well. I think I'm kind of gradually learning about what works well and what doesn't in terms of Minecraft thumbnails. And it's very curious how much of a difference that makes. It's very interesting. Like the last video, I know I currently do not have a good thumbnail. That's why I went out there and got a close up of that shipwreck, because I think that's actually going to be a better thumbnail. You need close-ups of things. This thumbnail, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm gonna. I still haven't. This one, I'm just digging dirt. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just call this episode "Breaking the Ground," and just have a thumbnail of me digging dirt, relaxing dirt digging, soothing dirt digging. I don't know. I'll have to think about it while the video is loading. I'm gonna make up my mind, figure out what I'm gonna call it. I don't know yet. I didn't think ahead very far because I'm making these way too quick, so I'm not even giving myself enough time to think ahead. Playing it very rough, making very rough slop content over here. Oops. But it's all gonna be worth it in the long run. All right, bear with me. It's gonna be worth it in the long run. I don't expect people to be watching. I don't expect people to watch this until I demonstrate that I can make it to day 100. Then I think some people might want to look back at previous episodes and rewatch things. So I don't expect many views at all on this one or on the previous one or on the next one, because like I'm just gonna be building this house. And I don't think people actually like that kind of content unless they're completionists and they just want to see the complete experience. And that's basically why I'm recording these. So I'm recording this for the future people, for people in the future, years in the future. When a decade in the future, when I'm still playing this hardcore, in the same world, and when I'm still going to be playing in the same world, the same hardcore mode world in the future. Then these original 10 videos, then they're going to be valuable. Then people are going to be very glad that I recorded everything and saved all of the embarrassing parts and all of the mundane relaxing dirt digging parts. It's not very relaxing with me talking all the time. Maybe perhaps there's too much commentary. Let me know if there's too much commentary and if you think it would be like if you kind of enjoy just watching content of just relaxing content of me digging dirt. I know some people would. That's going to be a separate. If I was to do that, I would make it a separate series. All right. I don't have enough time to do both right now. So no. On second thought, don't tell me about that because I know the answer to that. I know that's yes. Yes, to many people, I'm pretty freaking sure, actually, I would get more views if I made these videos with no commentary whatsoever. I'm pretty sure that would actually work better. But that's not what I want. I want to talk about philosophy. I want to be able to talk in these videos, and that's why they are. I do want to have commentary in these videos, because I'm going to want to talk. I'm going to want to say things, all right? I'm going to have a lot of things to say. All right. Well, I carved out a little bit. That was a little bit of progress. Progress is so slow when you're building things. Building things takes a very long time. It's a very tedious part of Minecraft. It's the most time. It's very time consuming. The building part of it is actually kind of, that's kind of the more. That's the most tedious part of Minecraft. It's actually like, that's not like, that's the hard part. It's hard to build stuff. The shoveling dirt, chopping trees, and like exploring caves, that's Minecraft at its best. Those are the most enjoyable parts of Minecraft. Building stuff, that's the part that's hard. That's hard because it's hard for the brain to it takes a lot of brain processing. It takes a lot of processing power to do that. And that makes it hard for the brain. The brain likes things that it can automate. Like chopping trees down and digging dirt. That's soothing. That stuff is soothing to us. But when it comes to building is not soothing because that requires thinking. You gotta think to be able to build, and you have to think a lot to build well, and that's hard for people, and it's very understandably hard. You have to make decisions. Sometimes you end up being very indecisive because decisions are hard, man. I feel you. Alright, I'm just gonna shut up now for the end of this, for the rest of the episode, because I'm out of things to say. I don't really have any more to say. I'm just shoveling dirt at this point. Some relaxing dirt shoveling over here. Perhaps that's what the title of the video is gonna be. And then I'll just make a thumbnail of just me breaking down dirt. That's gonna be the thumbnail. I'm gonna call the video "Relaxing Dirt Shoveling." And I bet you it'll work. I bet you some people are gonna click on that and thoroughly enjoy it, and thoroughly enjoy my silly commentary. Well, the people that will click on that probably will not enjoy the commentary because it's not relaxing listening to me talk. All right, I will have fooled you if you're still over here watching this. I have fooled you, and unapologetically. I'm gonna need to make one more stack over there. I've unapologetically fooled you into watching me watching not so relaxing content in which I talk way too much. All right, I need a few more shovels. But in the long run, all right, I'm bracing for the long run. I'm doing this for the long haul. In the long run, presuming that I survive long enough, I think these videos are actually going to be quite legit. I'm going to be very happy that I did this and that I recorded everything. Because I did consider not recording things. I considered just only recording the beginning, and then like once I get to day 100, doing like a world tour of day 100, and then starting from there, and then doing it, and then starting to talk about philosophy and stuff after day 100. But I decided no, I do want to have everything recorded, and that also kind of it serves as a testament, as proof that this all happened in hardcore mode. Because if I don't have everything recorded, how do you know? You would just have to trust me. And those first 100 days, I mean, those are kind of the most difficult. Those first few 100 days, maybe the first 200 days, basically up until you get protection on your armor. Those are the most difficult parts of a hardcore run. Just that beginning, those beginning phases of it, when you're still very vulnerable. Those are the hard parts. And I of course, I'm not doing anything dangerous right now. Like, I'm just building stuff, leveling dirt terrain. That's not dangerous. So it's actually very easy to. This is a beautiful picture, isn't it? I'm gonna have lots of flowers around my farmhouse. It's gonna look lovely, just absolutely lovely. I'm very happy with the plan. At least I'm happy with the plan, guys. I haven't changed my mind about the plan a second time. I only changed my mind about it once so far. That's good. That's progress. Good going. I'm gonna need more wood. I'll wait for this tree to completely grow, and then I'm going to get more wood. All right, I think I have one more day. No, this is it. This is day 30 already. We're already at day 30. It's already time to end the episode. Well, that was it, guys. That was it. I hope you enjoyed the not so relaxing dirt shoveling, because I talked too much, so that made it not very relaxing. But I hope that in the future people are going to want to just watch everything just from a completionist mindset. Some people are going to want to watch everything, and that's kind of who I'm catering to with these videos right now. I know that for the time being, they are not going to get many clicks, and I'm well aware of that, and I think that's all right. And I might even record one more episode today, because I'm getting there. I've shoveled this hillside. I'm going to shovel this hillside next, and then I think I'm going to be ready to build the house, because this is only going to take me like one more day to shovel this away. In fact, I guess I could do that right now, because it's day 30. I mean, I could technically, like, I allow myself to go on for like one more day. Like, I could go on till day 31. I could go overtime a little bit to day 31 and finish what I'm doing, at least. Finish leveling the terrain, and then I'll be ready to build next episode. There we go. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish leveling the terrain. This is episode 6, the terrain leveling episode. I hope that none of my coworkers are going to see this, because they're having to work overtime right now. I'm pretty sure I requested my days off like way in advance, and then afterwards they decided that, you know, we're actually kind of far behind and we need to work overtime because we're a little far behind. And I'm pretty sure if I had requested these days off later, like after that, I'm pretty sure they would not have granted me these days off. So if any of my coworkers see me playing Minecraft on my days off, because I told everybody, I'm just going to be spending this time camping with my family. And that's partly true. We were out to see the eclipse. We were kind of camping for like one day. We camped out for a picnic. We picnicked. We went out for one day to see the eclipse. You know, that's another. I should have spent some more time talking about the eclipse. Perhaps next episode, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the eclipse, because I barely spent any time the last episode talking about that. I just briefly mentioned it, and then I moved on to Minecraft topics. I should really spend a little bit more time talking about the eclipse. I'm almost near the end of the episode now, so I don't want to do it now. I'm just gonna finish shoveling this layer and then call it a day. Call it an episode. I might record more by the end of the day, so it might not be. Probably shouldn't call it a day yet. I'm gonna make 3 episodes in one day, churning out that slop content, that beautiful, excellent slop content. It's gonna be very entertaining, highly valuable, minimal effort slop content on YouTube that I'm sure lots of people really want to watch. Aren't you guys just brimming with anticipation for what I'm gonna do next? Just can't wait for the next episode that I'm gonna release later today. The next hour-long episode. It's gonna be great, guys. I'm gonna build. I'm gonna spend time thinking. I'm gonna make you watch me think while I build this house. I'm gonna try to avoid that. I am gonna try to spend at least a few hours, all right, while this episode is uploading. I'm gonna spend a few hours thinking about how I'm going to designing the house in my head, thinking ahead about how I'm going to build the house. All right, I'm gonna try to avoid, try to be mindful of your time as much as I can. All right, I'm gonna try. I'm trying. Doing my best over here. Doing my best. Give me some credit. That looks nice, right? It's gonna look nice. Maybe one more fence post like right here. Yeah. And let's go down there and collect those very precious dirt blocks. Make sure that they don't disappear, because I'm gonna use it all up. You know what I like to use dirt for? I use it to fill up things like this. All of this, I'm gonna fill it in. Because I don't like surface caves that don't lead to anything. In the long run, I end up just filling them in. All right, guys, there we go. This was a time very well spent. I leveled the terrain. I've prepared the terrain for my starter house. This is where my starter house is going to be. I'm going to build it over here, right next to this hill. I'm going to have the second floor is going to have an entrance, or have an entrance out here onto the hillside, and I'm going to have like a couple of entrances. I'm going to have lots of entrances on the first floor, because I'm going to have like a wheat farm over here, a cow farm over here. It's going to look great. Maybe I'll have the cow farm extending all the way out to here. Well, no, because I'm going to end up filling this in eventually. God damn it, there's still a couple more dirt blocks down there. I'm going to have to go up. Ooh, I did not mean to do that. I'm trying to avoid spoiling the caves. All right, I don't like to spoil the caves. And no, I did not. I thought about this. Maybe people are thinking that, well, I'm just gonna pause the video in those accidental moments. I'm just calling it accidental as cover. What I really, people might be thinking, have the impression that I'm really just pausing the video and then looking at the caves and splitting. Nah, I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to. I don't know where the caves are. I'm trying to keep it that way. I'm trying to keep it legit, to avoid cheating. I'm trying to only use the FreeCam mod as like a utility mod, as a quality of life mod, and not use it to figure out where the caves are. And I really hope that you believe me. I mean, I'm just asking you to believe me on that, because I can't really prove that I'm doing that. Because as far as I could just use the FreeCam mod right before the episode or something like that. Just look down underground real quick to see where I'm at. But no, I do not do that, and I hope that you guys just trust me on that. All right. Oh man, I'm out of fence posts. I was going to put a fence post down here. Next episode. All right. I'm gonna save that for later. That's it for now. It's time to end the episode. Look at all these flowers. I'll end the episode by looking at these beautiful flowers with that shipwreck in the distance. Look at that. That is so pretty. Wow. Maybe this should be the thumbnail for the previous episode that was called, like, After the Apocalypse. I'm not sure. This episode is just about shoveling dirt, and that's exactly what I'm going to call it. All right, but this is another good screenshot. I'm going to make a screenshot of that. And on that note, I'm going to end the episode. That is it, guys. That is it. Thank you very much for watching. If you watched through this whole thing, please let me know. Please let me know what you think. I would really appreciate some feedback. Any kind of feedback would be highly appreciated. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to chat with you guys. I want to know what you guys think. I'm here, and even if it's not related to the freaking video, like please feel free to talk to me. I'm here for you. I'm gonna try to sort of gradually build. I want to build a community, a supportful community. It's going to be about a lot more than just Minecraft. It's going to be more than just philosophy, because I want to talk about lots of things. I want to talk about social issues, personal issues. There's a lot of things that I want to get into as I move along in this series, and I'm just really hoping that it will last. And that's my biggest concern right now. That's why I'm kind of rushing through these first few episodes, because I want to get to a stable spot, because I want to confirm for myself that I can do this, that I can create something that will last. So I really, really hope that that will happen, that we're getting there. All right. All right, guys. That's it. Thanks a lot for watching. Shadowlay, my fellas. Shadowlay.